Ever wonder how politics can suddenly disrupt your everyday life? Let's take a trip back to when it all began. Picture this. Chicago Ray, a trucker from the Windy City, watches a news broadcast detailing a civil fraud judgment against former President Trump. The judgment, a result of a political clash, strikes a chord. Ray, a staunch supporter of Trump, feels a call to action. He decides to make a statement, a show of solidarity, a protest against what he perceives as an injustice. And so, the idea of a boycott is born. Chicago Ray's decision isn't a quiet one. He uses his influence within the trucker community to rally support for the boycott. His call to action isn't just about Trump. It's about standing up against what he sees as an encroachment on his values, his livelihood, his freedom, and his message resonates. Truck drivers from all across the country, particularly those who supported Trump, joined the boycott. They redirect their deliveries away from New York City, choosing to deliver their goods to other destinations, notably Tennessee. This isn't just a few truckers making a statement, it's an entire community standing together, their collective voice amplified through their absence. What started as a spark, a single decision made by one man, quickly turns into a wildfire. The boycott rapidly gains traction, its momentum fueled by a shared sense of injustice. The highways leading into New York City, once bustling with the constant hum of truck engines, begin to quieten. The boycott isn't just a show of solidarity, it's a disruption, a statement, a protest, and it's only just beginning. As the boycott continues, its impact becomes increasingly noticeable. The highways leading into New York City, usually congested with the steady flow of goods and services, begin to empty out. The city's supply chain is disrupted. The absence of truckers isn't just a symbolic protest, it's a tangible, impactful demonstration of their significance. Just like that, the highways leading into New York City began to empty out. The boycott didn't just stay within the confines of New York City. As if caught in a current, the protest quickly flowed outwards, touching far-flung corners of the country. Truckers, many of whom had cast their votes for Trump in the past, swiftly joined the boycott. Their solidarity was seen in a powerful, tangible way, the redirection of deliveries. Instead of their usual routes leading them into the Big Apple, these truckers set their GPS for other destinations. Notably, Tennessee became a hotspot, transforming into an unexpected beneficiary of the boycott. As the trucks rerouted, a peculiar phenomenon unfolded back in New York. The city's bustling highways, once filled with the constant hum of truck engines, felt eerily quiet. The usually congested roads were now deserted, a testament to the boycott's immediate impact. This wasn't just a local protest confined to one city, it was a national movement with repercussions felt across state lines. The ripple effect was immediately felt far beyond the city's borders. In the midst of the boycott, rumors started to swirl. Whispers of the governor of New York labeling the boycott as a hate crime against migrants began to circulate. These rumors sparked heated debates, adding another layer of complexity to an already tense situation. But as it often happens with rumors, the truth was not so cut and dried. Upon investigation, these claims were quickly debunked. The governor made no such statement. This incident served as a stark reminder of the importance of discerning fact from fiction, especially in politically charged situations. It's easy for misinformation to spread like wildfire, fueling resentment and misunderstanding. But it's essential to question, to dig deeper, and to search for the truth amid the noise. This is not just about a boycott or a political feud, it's about the integrity of information, the cornerstone of any functioning democracy. As with any politically charged event, it's crucial to separate the wheat from the chaff. The boycott wasn't just about transportation. It was a symbol of something larger. It was a sign of the growing political polarization in the country, a tangible manifestation of the divisions that punctuated our society. The truckers' boycott, initiated by Chicago Ray, was not an isolated event. It was fueled by the legal battles of former President Trump, who was facing civil fraud judgments in several states. These legal skirmishes served as a rallying cry for some truckers, who saw the boycott as a way to voice their support for Trump. The boycott, which began in New York City, hinted at the potential for a further escalation in trucker actions beyond the city's borders. It was a clear indication that the truckers were willing to make their presence, or rather their absence, felt. The roads were empty, but the political landscape was anything but. The effects of the boycott were felt far and wide, particularly in NYC's transportation system. Picture this. The veins that once pumped life into the heart of the Big Apple stood eerily quiet. The usual hum of tires on asphalt, the rhythm of New York City, replaced by a profound silence. This was the immediate impact of the boycott on the city's transportation system. Truckers, the unsung heroes of our supply chain, had turned their engines off. The ceaseless flow of goods and services that kept the city alive and bustling suddenly came to a halt. Grocery stores found their shelves growing bare, construction sites sat idle without materials, and businesses of all sizes felt the pinch as deliveries were redirected away from the city. The boycott highlighted a simple yet often overlooked fact. Truckers are the lifeline of our cities. They deliver everything from the food we eat to the clothes we wear. Their role is so integral to our daily lives that even a temporary disruption can cause a ripple effect that touches every corner of our society. This event served as a wake-up call, reminding us of the power and influence held by those behind the wheel. It showed us that when truckers unite for a cause, they can bring a city, even one as mighty as New York, to a standstill. But more than that, this boycott drove home an important lesson. Politics and everyday life are not two separate entities. They're intertwined like the threads of a tapestry. A decision made in the corridors of power can echo in the streets, in the homes, and in the lives of the people. And so the truckers' boycott became a symbol of unity, of power, and of the significant role that every individual, even those we often overlook, plays in the grand scheme of things. The effects of political decisions reach far beyond the ballot box, as the people of New York City experienced firsthand.